Hi Libra, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your October monthly tarot reading for 2023. This is a good way to be able to look at the month that we're going into, as well as look back after we finish through October. October is a huge month because we are officially in eclipse season, Libra, and you are one of the stars of the show, as well as Taurus, as we have two eclipses this month, and we'll talk about those in a few minutes. But before we get into it, Libra, thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, your comments. Thank you for giving my videos a thumbs up. I've had a few people say that my videos do not come up in their feed anymore. Do make sure you hit the bell notification so you will know when I upload new content, because as you know, YouTube is always changing their algorithm, and unfortunately our smaller channels don't always get all the love. So I would really appreciate it if you would. All right, Libra, check the description box below. I have all the important dates for the month of October. We are starting off the heels of that Aries full moon that was on September 29th, and then Mercury officially exited its retrograde shadow. So this is all really important as we move into the month, okay? Let's go ahead and pull some cards for each week of October. Start off with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Swords also in reverse, Two of Wands, the upright, the Tower card. I was thinking the Tower card was going to come for you, Libra, just because you are in that energy this month with the eclipses. But look at that, then comes the Sun, so always nice to see. You have the Emperor, which is that Aries energy. Like I said, we end September with that Aries full moon. Then that last week of October, Ten of Swords in the reverse, and the Hanged One. Some type of clarity hopefully coming in for you once we end the month of October. So let me make sure these are all in frame for you. And Libra, I think it's also important to note that as we move through October, we also have some other important planetary alignments. We will have Pluto moving direct in the sign of Capricorn. Venus fully exits its retrograde shadow. We have, like I said, your solar eclipse on October 14th. Then we will also have the Sun moving into Scorpio on the 23rd. Then we end the month with that lunar eclipse full moon in Taurus on October 28th. So really big month here, Libra. All right, let's get an overarching theme card. You have movement, choices, and decisions. Now, if it serves me correctly, I think that you all received this same card back in possibly your career readings for September. I will leave a link to those September career readings down below, but I definitely remember talking about how you all have some important decisions to make during this time. And I do think, Libra, you and Aries, especially with the eclipses occurring in your sign, you have these four choices about movement, choices, and decisions, but it's about money, it's about relationships, it's about your growth and how you have overcome odds or you are working on overcoming odds. And then there's this blue, which is that air, clarity, more intuitive vibes there. So really think through, Libra, as you are moving through the month of October, where is it that you need to not only seek clarity, but I think it's also important that you think through how you want to remove yourself from toxic relationships that are not working for you, moving away from possibly old habits where maybe you thought injustice has occurred over the past, few years. This is a really important energy for you, okay? All right, so that first week, Libra, we start off with the Mercury moving into your sign on the 4th, Mars conjunct the South Node on the 5th, and Venus exits retrograde shadow. And for some of you, you all are coming into possibly some type of money news at the very beginning of October. And with that 8 of Swords, I don't think you all see this coming. I do think that many of you all have had some financial challenges over these last few months, and I definitely feel like this 8 of Swords and Ace of Pentacles is a really positive sign for you, Libra. But do know that I think it's going to take a little bit of time to really show itself, because we have that Mercury moving into your sign here on the 4th. And so definitely, I think, pay attention to messages that could start coming in around your finances, around where is it that you possibly need to work on not only maybe conversations about money, but I also think that some of you are going to have some conversations with possibly your boss or someone around you, like your colleagues. I do think there's going to be conversations around maybe raises coming in. So really be prepared for that, okay? By the time you get to that second week of October, we do have Pluto moving direct in Capricorn, Mars now moving into Scorpio, and then we do have your solar eclipse on the 14th. Big week for you, Libra, okay? There definitely is some type of tower moment. I think it could stem off of those money talks that was beginning a few days of October, and I feel like some of you are making a decision. Some of you are planning out your future and trying to determine what are your next steps. I do think that some type of announcement could be made at your job. You could come home and your spouse or your friend or colleague could be having some major news that affects you. I do think, Libra, that it's going to be an interesting time, because I think there's some really happy news coming in, like with that Ace of Pentacles. But then I also think there's going to be some like pivotal life changes happening to you throughout this month. And I definitely think that by the time you get to that third week of October, when we have that Mercury conjunct the South Node and Mercury moving into Scorpio on the 19th and 22nd, be prepared for some type of major Mars news. I really feel like I said, either someone of importance at your job could have an announcement, but I think it's going to benefit you, Libra, in the long run. Even though it didn't feel good when it was announced, possibly a reorganization, possibly someone leaving, I do think this Emperor energy is going to stem off of that Aries full moon that happened at the end of September. So if there was any announcements then, I do think that some of you are going to be making some decisions as to whether you still want to stay with this company, whether you're making enough money. I do think that by the end of October, when we have that lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, which is that last eclipse in that Scorpio Taurus axis, some of you have made a final decision here. And I do think that many of you all will look back over the last 18 months where we had all of those eclipses in Scorpio and Taurus, and some of you are going to be revisiting those conversations around money. Where is it that you need to move on from, okay? So overall, Libra, I think that it's going to be a positive month for you, but just expect a lot of change. Expect this movement, choices, and decisions, okay? All right, Libra, go ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising signs. I hope you all have a great October. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you would. Thank you.